everybody, my name is Connor. Some people call me NobleAsta, like it says on my playmat. This playmat, I could do so much better. Please, I just felt like I wanted to use it because it had been a while, but God, I hate this playmat. This was the first playmat I designed, so just to see if I could do it, and I could. So I'm making a new one. I'm making a red, purple, law one that I will be purchasing for myself. I'll also be purchasing them. It'll be a physical item exclusive mat on my Etsy shop. Link in the description, like it always is. And we've got a game here. We're playing the green, jeez Louise, the green yellow Yamato versus Animal Kingdom Reiju, and I had a really good time with this game. I think I feel like I did get cards that I needed, and I did see things that I needed, so that was nice. You know, just believing in the heart of the cards definitely paid off for me here. But yeah, as you can see, like we start off with a 0 cost event in our hand, and against Yamato, like I'm thrilled to see. I have like 3 blockers in hand to start off. Incredible. So he goes first, draws his Dawn. I draw Black Maria for the turn, which couldn't have asked for a better card. 2 Dawn, play out a blocker. I am safe from this Yamato hit, and my camera starts doing weird things. I try and adjust it. I get the camera angle. I'm getting so much better at the camera angle thing. So for the OGs, thank you. Thank you for watching these awkward camera angle things. Yeah, so he swings. I block with Black Maria, and he passes turn. I get my 4 Dawn, and you can't really see his hand, but I ask, like, oh, how many cards do you have in hand? You know, really subtle play. Either I ask, or I think I might have counted, which is impressive. So I swing 5 just to see if I can get him to take a life, and he does. I'm like, you've activated my trap card. Here we go. I law minus a Dawn and get him to trash. He goes ahead and lays them all out for me. I Reiju ability, get a kid. Honestly, such a big play. I get Nekomamushi and Holly, which is, I'm feeling pretty comfortable. I'm pretty happy with that. And I did mention several times that I like his sleeves. They're the non-glare. I would love non-glare sleeves that aren't black and boring, but I digress. So, yeah, so I get the Nekomamushi and the Holly out of his hand, which is nice. Or Holy. I think Holly is the English version. I'm not sure. And he taps 4 and plays another Nekomamushi, so he goes ahead and swings 6 into me with double attack, and I do end up blocking with Kid Law. I'm not mad about it. I don't know if I don't know. I like having my blockers, but I also like I know that like Kid, yeah, the Kid and the Queen blockers are like higher priority than like the Law blocker, for instance. So I'm okay with letting Law go. He did his job. He got 2 cards out of his hand. So I tap 5 here, and or 4, excuse me. I tap 4 and I drop ulti. I was trying to decide if I wanted to block or not, and at this point I was like, I think I need to establish a board, because right now I'm just playing a blocker and he's killing a blocker. So I go ahead, page 1 ulti, and as you guys saw, I accidentally, my awkward little fingers grabbed 2 cards, and I asked, like, you want me to put that at the bottom? And he's like, no, it doesn't matter, you know, this is locals. And as I've mentioned, thankfully the guys I play with are all really, really nice people and really chill people. So didn't mean to do that at all. I get nervous and my hands move faster or my brain moves faster than me. So he goes ahead, swings, let me count 9 into me, and I could counter out. I take it, and I get the page 1 and the Sasaki. I don't know, the Rhino Man. I'm not that far yet. Okay, I'm still in Marine Ford. Nani? But I go ahead and use both of them to counter out of the Nekomamushi hit on the ulti. And then he passes turn. I'm feeling pretty okay at this point. We do have enough Dawn to play. I'm counting my Dawn because you guys know, math is hard. I think I do end up playing Kid here. But I try and get rid of that Nekomamushi because it's a pain in my keister. Is that a word, keister? My ass. Anywho, as you can see, I'm like sorting out my Dawn, trying to figure out what I want to do. I was debating on playing King this turn and decided against it. I then decided to swing 6 into Nekomamushi and then another 6 into Nekomamushi, as you'll see here in a second, not to spoil my huge plays. But I don't know if that's... So, he uses a lot of his hand to counter out. Like, I think he has 1 card, maybe 2, in his hand. And so he uses a lot to counter out of those hits, and so I feel okay about swinging into Nekomamushi so much, but I don't know. I feel like maybe swinging into his life would have been a better option there, but I'm not 100% sure. Interested to see what you guys think. And he plays Kikinojo, which is a pain in my keister, and he stacks a stupid amount of Dawn, and then Yamato abilities, and he goes into Kid. So here is another part where I'm not sure how I feel about this. So I 0-cost event, and I trash a Kid, which is, I'm not mad about that, but that doesn't get me, that gets me to 6, 10, and he swings 10, 11, 12. So I end up having to toss a majority of my hand. I don't know if it's better to have, double 0-costed. But I'm not 100% sure. Interested on what you guys think about that play. But I wanted to keep King because I did want to use King to get rid of Nekomamushi because he was such a terror. Well, just a friendly guy. He looks like such a friendly guy, but he's actually a complete terror. So I use King minus my Dawn, get it back with the Kid, which I Reiju ability, but I don't think I actually get. When I was watching this game earlier, I said, I don't think I get ability there, and I certainly did not. So that is an interesting fact. I don't think it really mattered in the end, but lots of things to keep track of, and definitely little misplays like that can matter in the future, so I need to be more aware of those while I'm playing. I will give myself a little bit of slack if this is one of the tournaments that happens after work, so my brain a little foggy, little eepy, so, but definitely commentating and talking about, like, hey, I didn't do that, I've already seen improvement in my games from just talking about it the past, week, I think. So interesting to see that and catch that. And he's going ahead. He's got 1 life at this point, and he plays Shiraya, gets the Holy off the search. I don't think he had Ohm this game, and if he did, he didn't have the opportunity to play Ohm, but we've seen a couple of Hollies, couple of Puppies. Love to see it. He rejects Kid, which is, reject is a good card, and I know why it's getting banned. And he goes ahead, and I think he ends up swinging, he puts, I think, all of it on, he puts all of it on Yamato, and swings double attack, and I, with the 0-cost event, just have enough to counter out. So I'm telling you, 3, and then ulti for the 2k, just enough to counter out of that hit. And I got no hand, Lieutenant Dan, so he uses 2 Dawn, swings into ulti. I can't do shit about it, so I let him go. And I'm hoping for a good top deck, and I get ulti, and as you can see, I immediately put her down, like, okay, gotta go for game, we're going for lethal. And I'm trying to figure out how best to split up my Dawn. Because I'm at, I think, 9 Dawn at this point. And so I swing, what is that? 11? Is that 11? I'm going to put a picture of King up here. I think King is 7k. Yeah, 6, 7. That sounds right to me, but the picture may tell me otherwise. And so he takes that life, and he gets a reject, and he triggers it, so he gets to draw a card. And he was telling me after the game that he needed 1k counter. He knew he needed 1k, and so when he got the reject, he was like, okay, like, I have to draw a counter, and he ended up drawing another Kikanojo. So definitely a really solid play. I feel like my opponent overall played better than I did. I'm not really happy with how I played that game. Like, I know I was able to get the win, but I do feel like I was able to see what I needed to see. I saw, blockers when I needed them. I don't think I played horribly, but I do feel like I a little bit got what I needed. And I do feel like my opponent also played very well. As I've mentioned, everybody in my community is super awesome and super wonderful to play against. So, yeah, I was really excited about this game and about talking about this game because I do love the Yamato, just deck, and it's an interesting deck, and I had a really fun time playing that game. But that will do it for me. If you guys liked this video, hit that like button down below. It helps me out more than you could ever know. Go ahead and subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.